Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. This report is for trading on Thursday, May the 19th, 2016. You're looking at a chart of the silver futures contract. This is our Told You So video. Let's give a big hand of applause and take a moment to reflect and to congratulate the pulse wave system again for alerting us to the pullback in the metals. Go pulse waves. All right. Now that we got that out the way, I wanted to let you know that if you are struggling in the markets, new to the markets, want to further your education about the markets, or if you want to make money in the markets, you need to head on over to the website, and the link descriptions are at the bottom of this video. You need to do yourself a favor and come on over to Black Ops and find out what it is that you're missing. Our Black Ops trading room knew about these alerts because I always post new alerts in the trading room long before I do a video. So the website is updated along with the trading room first, and then videos are always tertiary. But anyhow, as you can see, we're getting close now to the weekly support in the silver of 1629. A close below 1629 will set the stage for further declines into next week and beyond, and set the stage for a retest of the 1350 mark. That would be in play, and that's this low back over here. So silver is the weaker of the pair right now. As you can see, we are beginning to accelerate a little bit on this downside, getting close to taking out the overnight low so far of 1662. And so just wanted to give you the red alert on that. This flash crash alert signal that we got at the beginning of the week is playing out in the metals, which means that we're under distribution again. Okay, testing the supports. You need this $16 support to really hold, as I indicated before in prior videos. Right now, it looks like it may hold. It's just hard to say. If we pulse wave here, though, if we take up that 1629, then it's going to be hard to stop the downward momentum. Silver's like that. When it has pullbacks, downward momentum is tough to break sometimes. So we'll see how it plays out here. But right now it is in danger of post waving further downside. Alright, gold. Gold is also getting closer to accelerating its downward decline. Support is at 1246.60. If that's taken out, or if we close below it, it sets the stage for further declines going into next week. The trend line of 1190.10 is in play. That's this orange line right here. The first level of support is going to be the 1227.30 after we pulse wave from the 1246.60. Alright, so just keep that in mind. That is in play. If the supports do not hold in the gold, we go into the Kumo cloud. And then we test 1100. Alright, and then if we test 1100, depending on the level of momentum, then that 1045.70 back here is now in play. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye out for the gold and the silver markets, but the declines are beginning to accelerate as we're about to take out the overnight lows and possibly hit a negative pulse wave. US dollar index is now strengthening, and we have a positive pulse wave as we've taken out the 95.19 mark and beginning to head higher. Right now we're at 95.27, and so this market is trying to gather momentum and trying to break out. Support now is at 91.88, so do have a nice buffer here. This market wants to be bullish, getting into overbought territory, but I suspect it's going to lock in, and we're going to start to drift toward 98 in the coming weeks. That seems to be the play that this market wants to make right now. Your next acceleration point you will not see on this chart per system is at 95.79. 95.79 is a major acceleration point to get the dollar index to the 98 handle. I believe 98 is going to be strong resistance, and it's going to falter once it hits 98, and that will put us into the end of the summer, going into September. So my target for the dollar index is 98 by the end of the summer, and then we fall back down and take out this 91 and head into the 88.77 range. That 10-cent no dead man's vortex abyss level that I've been telling you about. So that's what we'll watch in this dollar index, barring any unforeseen event. All right, switching our focus now to the crude oil market. Crude oil has pulled back significantly from that 49 handle. That might be it, as 50 was the first test. I believe that might be it. I think we are now going to set the stage for a total collapse of the breakout. All right, so overnight market we hit 47.57 and a half. You really don't want to see 47.19 taken out, 47.20. If we trade below that today, then we could begin the actual backdraft of this market, in which 46.10 is going to be in play, that you don't want to see taken out by Friday. If we take out 46.10 by Friday, then it's game over, and the market now is going to reverse and get back down into the 33 handle. All right. So 35.89 is the trend line here for the chart. If that's taken out, we accelerate and get back down and take out this 26. So watch the oil, because it can have drastic moves very, very quickly. But that's what we're looking at right now, and we are overbought right here. So this market is on watch. All right, taking a look now at the Buffett indicator. As you can see, we are upward trajectory in Apple. All right, it wants to try to get up to this blue line resistance, which is 96.41, and it's going to desperately try to do that, and it wants to close above that, by Friday. I suspect it probably won't happen. We'll have to wait and see, but it probably won't happen. I think it's going to fail here and set up, and this week is only setting up for the next leg down for next week, like we did here. I think this is about to play out here. Here we dropped significantly, and so I'm looking at, I'm going to say we're probably going to get close to a $20 move to the downside in the Apple. I don't think this market is bottomed. This is not a bottom. This is not a bottoming pattern. We need to do something like this, which we have not done yet. So any upward thrust is going to be sold. Even if it can get beyond this 96.41 first resistance, the 101.44 is going to be a major, major, major resistance. All right. And so I don't see this market getting ready to pulse wave and break out above 109. We're so far away from that, and that's right here. And this orange trend line is going to be major in and of itself, and that's 106.81. So happen not gonna. In this Apple, this is just a dead cat bounce off of the support, and like I said, the announcement was made right when it was about to accelerate. This bar right here was about to become this bar, and then they made this news to stop the decline, to save this market. We'll see how it plays out from here. All right, now looking at Facebook. Facebook is pulling back after hitting a new all-time high of 121.08. See the decline here. We don't know if it's just about done yet. It still has a way to go before it hits the oversold, and we're still very bullish. The blue trend line support of 116.25 is acting as a strong support. And then the next one is the purple support, which is at 110.79. And then of course we have our acceleration point of 105.51, and then we have, last but not least, 183. So that's where we are on the Facebook. Alright, looking at Amazon. Amazon is sort of in the same position as Facebook was. 697.45 is what you see right now as the market's starting to go down. Pull back, right? This one is pretty much insignificant, just enough to take it out of the overbought. And I think it's just building up for a next leg higher, like Facebook is going into next week. Looking now at Google, or Alphabet as its new name is called. Okay, this one's pulling back. As you can see, getting closer to that 671.35 support. If that's taken out, it puts it into the Kumo cloud and also into free fall, and the only break in support is around the 650 level. But beyond that, there's no more support. It's in free fall, and it could break 600 and below rather quickly. So you're going to really want to watch this one. Watch it closely to see what happens. But it's even though we're in a bullish pattern, still in a bull market, but we're in correction territory right now. All right, there's some distribution going on here. All right, longs are liquidating, taking profit up here. That's why you have to watch it. All right, we're taking profit up here. All right, taking a follow-up view now, looking at the steak and hamburger market, known as live cattle. All right, this one is still flat with weakness as we're starting to roll over right here. Market is rolling over. All right, so that's something to take note of. We are rolling over. In addition to that, as you can see, this trend line resistance is coming down now. All right, we still are in an overall bear market. Both trend lines are below the Kumo cloud, and so I think that's adding pressure. I think the 113.90 is in play to be taken out going into to next week. So I see the downward side accelerating as people temporarily are falling out of favor with hamburgers and steaks. We'll see what happens. Everyone's talking about coffee. I don't know why, because it's nothing really happening. It looks like it's trying to get something together here, but I don't see it. I don't see the breakout yet. I see the talk if we take out 135.71. We take that out, then we can start talking. Right now, we're still in a negative pulse wave cycle. We're negative pulse waving, all right? Negative pulse waving until this is taken out. Then I would say that this right here was fake, or head fake, bear trap, and then we break out. We'll see. Right now, though, not happening. All right, here's a special one. Let's take a look at the Hang Seng. This is the Hang Seng Index, okay? As you can see, it is already in a negative pulse wave event. We took out the support back here, that 19,730, and it's heading lower, okay? Leveling off a bit right here, but this is looking more as a lock-in episode and not an oversold. It looks like we're locking into the downside here. So this is going to really have to be watched. I'll be watching this in the Nikkei for further clues to see what's going to end up developing in these markets. Alright, and let's look at the Nikkei. Nikkei, as you can see, is still in a bear market. And right now we're in a positive cycle. Okay, we're pulse waving positive. No new highs yet, but we're pulse waving positive. We did so here on this bar, only to give it all back up again. Hit its head, respected the trend line resistance, and fell down after bumping its head. Now we're bumping our head on the first level of resistance at this purple trend line right here of the 16,842. So right now, this market has really no momentum in it. Look at that, no momentum. This is not what you want to see. You want to see, for true momentum, you want to see more of an arc here. All right, it's not happening. Or like this one. Okay, you're not seeing that right now. You're seeing this. This usually leads to this. Okay, so that's where we are. Weekly support is at 15,268. So we'll see how this settles going into Friday. It could just be a flat sideways scenario going into next week with really no hint or clues of what's going to happen. So we'll have to wait and see if the PulseScan Swing Vix will be able to pick up something, and we'll see what happens. I know for this week though, we've been in a red alert mode for a rally. Okay, we had a rally alert going forward for the Nikkei, the Nasdaq, crude oil, and the dollar. Okay, those are where we had the rally alerts for. The crash alerts that we had for this week were in the euro, gold, and silver. Okay, so that's where the 911 alerts came into this week. All right, so I'll finish with this. There was a report I saw this morning about an Egyptian flight, and normally certain events usually signal clues to the market. Why it's done that way, I have no idea. I highly encourage you guys to check the playlist link at the bottom of the description of this video, and it's the WAN playlist, WAN. That is my archive radio broadcast that I did live with Charlie McGrath on the Wide Awake News radio show. Those are my past broadcasts. Those broadcasts go back several years. You're going to want to check those out, because most of the news events that you're hearing today, most of what you're seeing in the markets today, have already been predicted and called for. The algorithms were already pointing in that direction years in advance. Okay, I strongly encourage you guys to listen to some of these past archive videos, because I think that most people who are reporting stuff, especially about the markets, that's where they're getting it from. They're getting it from me and Charlie from our radio show. So nothing new under the sun. I'm not surprised by any of the events. But going back to this Egyptian airline thing, it could be fake. I don't know. All I know is there was a one of the initial reports online said that there was 66 passengers on board, and the flight pilot had 6,000 hours of experience. Well, any of you who've been following my channel for a while know that that's 666. 66,000 and 6,000. Come on, 666. So that is a clue normally to the elite, to the powers that be, of what's about to come next, what they're up to. Just wanted to point that out. I'm hoping that nothing comes from it and it's just a coinky-dink or a coincidence. But as we know, we live in very exciting times. We live in a weird world where just about anything goes, so I would not be surprised to see a major event happen here shortly in these markets. So just keep your eyes and ears open and be prepared for anything. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, but pigs get slaughtered. Remember to take what you can and give nothing. But anyhow, as you can see, we're getting close now to the weekly support in the silver of 1629. A close below 1629 will set the stage for further declines into next week and beyond, and set the stage for a retest of the 1350 mark. That would be in play, and that's this low back over here. Are struggling in the markets, new to the markets, want to further your education about the markets, or if you want to make money in the markets, you need to head on over to the website, and the link descriptions are at the bottom of this video. You need to do yourself a favor and come on over to Black Ops. Moment to reflect and to congratulate the pulse wave system again for alerting us to the pullback in the metals. Go pulse waves. All right, now that we got that out the way, I wanted to let you know that if you are good morning and thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. This report is for trading on Thursday, May the 19th, 2016. You're looking at a chart of the silver futures contract. This is our told you so video. Let's give a big hand of applause and take a find out what it is that you're missing. Our Black Ops trading room knew about these alerts because I always post new alerts in the trading room long before I do a video. So the website is updated along with the trading room first, and then videos are always tertiary.